Good morning, everyone, and welcome to the Think Future podcast. I'm your host, Chris Kalabukas, and once again, we're coming at you live from deep in the heart of Silicon Valley, California. It's episode 243, and I want to talk a little bit about persistence. Now, there was a really interesting article the other day that I read about success, and they were comparing talent and persistence. And they found that even if you had someone who's incredibly talented, the persistent person could always succeed against the talented person. Because the talented person a lot of times thinks, well, I'm so talented, I don't really need to try that hard. But the persistent person, whether they're already talented or they're just persistent, eventually will win. And I think that's probably one of the things that a lot of people don't understand. When it comes to persistence, it really does mean dogged, unrelenting, unstopping persistence. Now, I run a meetup on Thursday nights here in Silicon Valley called Shut Up and Write. And the Shut Up and Write meetup, it's almost like an anti-meetup. So most meetups, you go into it and you talk to people, right? So you sit down, you talk to a lot of people who are interested in the same things, and then you get up and go, right? Now, Shut Up and Write is a little bit different because it's specifically for writers. And the way it works is that there is talking. There's a little bit of talking at the beginning, and there's a little bit of talking at the end. There's a little bit of socializing at the beginning, a little bit of socializing at the end. But the middle is nothing. It is shutting up and writing. It is a solid hour-long, 2-hour-long block where you just sit there on your laptop or whatever device you have and write. Some people even do it longhand. And I host this thing every Thursday, and it is amazing. I've been able to generate all sorts of great blog posts and all sorts of information and stuff like that doing this. And it even helps my sci-fi novels. I write some young adult science fiction novels as well. So it's really helped me with that. But the thing that I find that's interesting is that I have these conversations with these writers or these prospective writers in these meetups. And a lot of them are, I'm having this trouble and I'm having trouble and I get stuck here and I'm getting stuck there and I'm having this trouble and I'm having this trouble. And it's like the only way to get through this, and this is the same kind of advice that, I forget the guy's name, the guy who does the extreme ownership, the Marines guy. He says, the only way to do something is to just do it. I mean, it seems like dumb advice, but it's reality. I mean, he's talking about, for example, getting up in the morning. Let's say you wanted to get up in the morning. Let's say you want to become a morning person, whether you're a night person or a morning person now. You want to become a morning person, right? So what does he say you have to do to become a morning person? Get up early. Get up early. Set your alarm at 4 a.m. or 5 a.m. or whatever time you want to get up, and get up. And a lot of people go, oh, I can't do that. There's no way I could do that. Yes, you can. You set your alarm and you get up. And he goes, but I go to bed so early. I'm so tired. There's no way I can do that. You know what he says? Get up at 4 a.m. Get up at 4 a.m. If you get up at 4 a.m., you drag your ass out of bed at 4 a.m. when the alarm goes off and try to get your day started. By the time 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock rolls around, you're going to be beat. You're going to be tired. You're going to want to go to bed. So you'll eventually be able to train yourself to get up at 4 a.m. and go to bed early so that you can get up at 4 a.m. The only way to do something is to just do it. So when I have writers talking to me at these meetups about, how did you do it? I wrote a novel, 60,000 words. I've wrote 3 or 4 innovation books. They're all out there on Amazon for you to look at. And people say to me, how did you do that? And I said, there's only one way to do it, is to sit down and do it, right? Take an hour out of each day and sit down, close your door, put on your headphones, put on some writing music, whatever, and power through it. Power through it. That's the only way you can do it, is to actually sit down and do it. And some people just put things off. But the reality is, if you just get 1 page a day, half a page a day, 1 paragraph a day, a sentence a day, it doesn't matter. Everything piles on top of the other thing, and eventually you will get to something of substance. And sometimes when you look back and you see how much you've already written, then that's really motivating to keep going. So the trick is to start and keep going. Don't stop. Keep going. Keep going. Keep going. I mean, it's a little bit like Seinfeld's "Don't Break the Chain" thing, right? He says, get one of those calendars where let's say you wanted to stop smoking or something like that, and every day you're not smoking, you cross it off and you cross it off and you cross it off, and every day it's a reminder saying, I can't break that chain. I can't not do something today. So it's the same with all of this stuff. If you really want to succeed, if you really want to be persistent, you just have to start and you have to keep going. And the only way to do it is to drive yourself to do it. If you want to wake up at 4 a.m., if you want to become a morning person, get up. Set your alarm, get up out of bed, and do it. You will eventually get so tired in the late day, because a lot of people say, oh, I can't do that. I can't go to bed before 1 o'clock. You can if you want to get up at 4. Anyways, that's it for me for today. See you next time, and until then, don't forget to think future.